What's up, guys? Haven't knocked out a Ask Me Anything in a while. Uh, a few more to go before I'm going to wrap up that segment of the Milltown Kid channel. But today's question, let me read it. How did you cope with bipolar and what are the symptoms? And just let us understand it a bit more. Thanks. And I did kind of answer or talk about this question in another video, which I'll link to. But, and I guess I could have skipped this, but the reason I'm answering it is the timing is interesting. I'll give you guys a story. So if you were following my videos, I went to that conference. I got back from that conference and I was pretty hype. I was hype at the conference. And I guess what was happening, yeah, I have to admit what was happening is I was getting manic. But I take medication now, but if there's a lot of stimulation and I got a lot of stuff going on, I get real excited. I guess I was breaking through even the medication I was taking. I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. I was sleeping maybe 2 to 4 or 5 hours a night. So when I got back here, my roommate, my girlfriend, they're like, dude. And I was like, no, dude, it's cool. And they're like, dude. And I was like, I happen to have a, story, then I'll get to the question. So I happen to have a doctor's appointment scheduled. Go to the doctor, tell her, I won this contest. I'm starting up this business. I got jobs. Shit's good. Shit's good. Nice. And I'm about to leave, but I'm like, and I'm kind of not sleeping that much, and I'm super hype. And she's like, we better, why don't we up the medication a pill just until next time? And I'm like, I don't want to do it, but cool. Like, I don't like taking the medication I take already, but it's better to be safe, right? For those long-term viewers, like when I had my big pause, it was because of having a manic episode, going to the hospital and being like, fuck the internet and whatever. So I took the one extra pill, and now let's get into the question. Something about how do you cope? How did I cope? But it's did and do because it's still going on. And what are the symptoms? So I kind of explained the symptoms a little bit, and it varies person to person. Like if you have a bipolar friend or family member or spouse or significant other or whatever, you'll probably do some reading. But I can tell you my symptoms, but I'll kind of describe just the symptoms in general. And the symptoms in general is that your emotional state will, that's why it's bipolar, like the poles, I think, on the North Pole and South Pole. You'll kind of fluctuate between these, high highs and low lows. And that's pretty constant for everyone, is the fluctuation. But what varies is where people fluctuate to. Like some people maybe just experience a lot of low lows and then they come up to maybe medium regular levels. And then maybe sometimes they get high, but they experience more lows most of the time. And some people and that might happen over weeks, over days. Some people it can happen just within a day, that they go from like, everything's great to everything's great or everything's, so they can have that type of reaction. So my personal symptoms are, now when I was unmedicated, so all, if you were watching my videos this long, when I came back to the US, around October until when I disappeared, I wasn't taking medication. And my symptoms then, like the way I fluctuated, I'd be feeling really good. I'd be peeking out like, oh fuck, I'm about to take over everything, yeah! And then you start coming down, and then coming down, you don't so much feel bad, but you remember like, oh dude, I had all this energy and I was on top of the world before, and now it's up. And I would come down, I wouldn't really go low, I wouldn't go down like, things suck, but I'd not have all the energy that I'm used to, so then I'd just be all chill, like, and not want to do anything, and just kind of like, whatever. And I knew it though, and then I'd be waiting for that fucking like woo, and I'd be like woo. So like those are the symptoms. Like it's really kind of just the mood fluctuation. And without medication, you can control it pretty well. I want to say through diet, but I haven't experimented with that. But if you really regular exercise, really regular sleep, regular routine, all these things kind of help keep it like more chill. So now the way I cope is I take medication, Depakote. I don't have my pill bottle anywhere, otherwise I'd show you. But and that like I actually like. I don't like taking it, but considering my current startup mode of life where things are a little unstable and I kind of walk on a tightrope with my finances and all that. Like, hey, I'm gonna go do this, and I gotta save up. And taking the medication is cool because it keeps me like the medication. I kind of feel like I go, ooh yeah, and then like I don't really feel the come down. Like I just feel like I'll feel like hype at times, but I like for the most part I feel pretty chill, and I'm okay with that. That's cool. So did I answer all facets of this? How do you cope, and what are the symptoms? And oh yeah, and just let us understand it a bit more. And the understand it a bit more, you Cyberdog said that I answered that in the other video, which I'll link to below. But what I wanted to talk about is like the whole getting the balance. Like, so I have a decent balance of medication. Like I'm cool. Like I don't like it. What I was gonna say is that let's say when I start making more money and shit's a little more secure, I got more money in the bank, I want to go on a journey or a pilgrimage of sorts to talk to people and study and figure out how to maybe manage it without medication, because I know the medication holds me back a little bit, but in a good way now. So I'm not mad, but I'd just rather it not be in my system. Yeah, that's so there's that, and then there's like I'm at a level that I like, but if you have a bipolar friend or family member or whatever, or you just want to understand it more, like you're asking me, like what sucks is, and in a second I'll go back to I'm taking my regular levels again now, but I increased it for a second to slow everything down. But the problem is while you're trying to find that that nice balance, see, bipolar people, not that I can speak on behalf of all of them, but I talk, the ones I run into, and it seems to be pretty prevalent among us, even though we're all different or whatever. But is that like even though you take the medication and shit gets normal and you can work a normal job and you can be a little more chill and all that, you lose that and let's not talk about the rush and the woo, let's not even that, but that energy to produce, to do mad writing or produce mad videos, or just oh, I'm gonna be artistic, creative, and do all this stuff. You lose that, it's gone, or just you want to consume knowledge, dude, I can read fucking 8 books a day, and dude, it's just gone. It gets decimated when the amount is too high, and almost, and no doctors really explain. No one explains this to you. Maybe doctors are a little bit better now, but I got a bunch of shitty explanations. They were just like, well, you got bipolar and you need to take this fucking medication for the rest of your life, and that's that. Well, I guess not until I got to Taiwan and I got the cool dude. But no one explains to you look, dude, look, you are a unique snowflake, and you're bipolar. I'm sure you have all these crazy ideas and they feel good and everything. When you start taking medication, you're gonna feel like you're gonna lose that for a while. It might be months, it might be we don't want it to be years. We're gonna work with you, we'll cut it back, we'll move forward, we're gonna work with you. We don't want it to be years, but you're gonna have to work with us while we're trying to find the proper level for you and the lifestyle that you want. Yeah, and that needs to be explained to people, because otherwise you take this medication you just get knocked off of your horse, and you said your personality, your persona, who you are, all the things you've surrounded yourself with, and the things you do are all based off of that ability to fucking crush and have all this energy. And you take this pill, and that's gone, and all of a sudden you lose your identity. You're not you. You don't like it, and it just kind of sucks. So now going back to, maybe it was only, I don't even think I went a week of taking, it was just one more pill. Oh, look, the light from my, anyway, it was just one more pill, but like that one more pill, it had me fucking, not like I slept 9 hours. I'm used to sleeping 6 to 7 hours every day, 6 to 7 hours. Whatever time I go to bed, I wake up 6 to 7 hours, sometimes 5, mainly 6 to 7 hours. Now I'm sleeping 9 hours. On top of the 9 hours, I want to take a nap. I'm talking the 9 hours in the nap, like I'm fully rested, but I'm fully rested, but I can't, like, maybe I can write one blog post, or maybe I can do one thing for the day, and I'm just like, and it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't that bad. But, like, to me, it's that bad. That's how it feels to me. Because I'm used to being like, let's do it. Well, okay, not like, maybe like that. Well, no. If you see me around the house, I just roll around and I'm all chill. Like, then I get on camera and I'm like, So, yeah, I think that answered your question. And it kind of talked about why I took a little break from the YouTube and the internet. Yeah, that's that. I'll knock out some more questions later. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I want to report? Nothing else I want to report. There's my question. If you have a question, get it in there soon. I don't know when I'm gonna stop, but even after I stop, I guess you'll be able to submit questions. Like, I think the next thing I'm gonna do on my channel is just look for, like, suggestions. I talked about it in other videos, but look for suggestion. Just get video suggestions from you guys. So I'll do my own stuff too, but, like, now I have a nice outlet for my own stuff with my other blogs and accounts. I'm getting them organized, and, like, yeah. I've been working on this shit for a long time, Alright, guys. Love you. Peace.